Welcome back to the podcast, Dad's Destined for Greatness. I'm your host, Ian Brown. I ask that you like and subscribe to the content, to give it out to a friend, share it with people that you know they can benefit from it. Happy New Year, it's 2025. I've intentionally taken a hiatus from doing the podcast. I was trying to get some of my thoughts straight, figure out what I want to achieve this year in life, of course, in my professional life, my personal life, whether I want to continue doing the podcast or what I want to do. And definitely felt that this was a great platform for me to share my thoughts and add value to help others. So as I was thinking and trying to fine tune, right? So I'm getting ready to retire from the military, and I'll have 22 years of service. And it's been a pleasure serving my country in that regard, learning lots of things, traveling, exploring the world, meeting new people, going through some unique struggles and things that only military and veterans can understand. And yeah, it's been a great ride. But as I'm coming to a close on this chapter, I have to start thinking about what I want my next chapter to look like. And one of the things that I have been doing, thanks to the military, because they paid for it, is within the next 3 months, I should have my associate accreditation to become a certified coach with the International Coaching Federation. Now, with that coaching accreditation, I can basically become any kind of coach I want. I could be life coach, which that's too general. I think it helps to fine tune what you want to do. And so I think that one of the most significant things to me is finances and helping others with their finances. With the Coast Guard and Navy, I became a command financial specialist that helps others come up with financial plans, help them reach their goals, and give them free resources they can use to figure out their plans. I'll walk them through it step by step and walk alongside. Make sure we hold them accountable and that they are spending money in a way that aligns with their morals and values, what they want to accomplish in life, which led me to realize that I need to become a financial coach and do that in my profession. But then I also have goals, of course, helping other fathers. And as I had to fine tune it, right, I felt the need to help Black fathers, right? So basically what I've come down to out of all this brainstorming is that my future aspiration will be becoming a financial coach for Black fathers and for Black veterans and military members. Now, of course, that's just the premise behind the business. Doesn't mean that I won't help others. I'll be helping anybody that needs help. Of course, any fathers, military members, veterans. However, my focus and my main goal is going to be helping Black folks. And I sat there and thought about it, right? And one of the main reasons is, if you met me, you wouldn't be able to tell the way I am now because I've done so much growing. But, I came from a really traumatizing, emotionally unstable, terrible area where I grew up. We were always broke. My parents never talked about finances except for how they were always broke and couldn't afford things, which put me in a situation where I was at, where I came in the military not knowing anything. And it took me about even 14 years to realize that I didn't trust banks. I didn't trust the financial system and all that stuff. Now I see put me behind in life. And, I've made it to places where I had aspirations. but I could have gotten here quicker. And then as I look towards the next goal, which is basically leaving a financial legacy, inheritance for my three sons, now it makes things a lot more complicated. And I see I had so much goals to do. So my hope is I wanted to help the people that I would say from age 18, up until their 30s, because that's who I would have been 20 years ago. Now, as a 42-year-old man, I'm going to go back in time and help that person, help them walk alongside, set things up so when they become my age, 42, their life's going to look totally different. And though I'm financially successful, I can say because I waited so long and hesitated and things like that, in order for me to create the vision that I have set for myself and my family, I'm going to have to work 10 times extra hard. Otherwise I will be that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know some people want to do it and some people have no choice, but I'll be that person that's working until literally the day they die. Because I'm going to make sure that my kids are set up for success. And so that's the premise behind this podcast now, is fine-tuning it. It is financial coaching dads to become great fathers, right? And one way you can be a great father is by leaving your kids with inheritance. The Bible even says, in Proverbs, that a wise man leaves his family with inheritance. And the book of James, it says that if a man doesn't take care of his family, and that has to do with spiritually, financially, physically, emotionally, then they are worse than a heathen, somebody who doesn't even believe in God. So that's premise. That's where my focus is going to be. I'm looking for people to come on the show and be interviewed. I would like to do some financial coaching for free on my YouTube channel, where we can go through some financial coaching live, or we can do it, record it, and then with your consent, put it on YouTube. I feel like that's the best way for me to help others and also add value to other people's lives, to change their life significantly. That way they see the value in financial coaching. The financial coaching, that's just one part. So when a financial coach, what I would do, or what I do, is work with someone towards their financial goals. I help them come up with a plan that's going to lead them to achieving their financial goal within their time frame that they want to set. I walk alongside them, I help them create a plan. I give them resources and tools to show them things that they may not be aware of, that's not publicly known, to help them achieve those goals through various tools. And then while we're going through that, I help them identify things and beliefs that they have that will prevent them from achieving that goal. And I help them get rid of that and replace it with things that are going to help them achieve the goal. And it could be like simple things like, for example, it asks somebody like, are you good with money? Depending on the answer, well, why do you feel that way? It helps them get to realize some things that they've been programmed to think by society, by negativity, by their friends, by their family, haters, other people's trauma that were bestowed upon them, things like that. And so that's my goal. My goal is to reach 1 million Black fathers and change their lives, all while changing the lives of their children and setting up for the next generation of Black men to be highly successful, to change everything, all the dynamics in this country that have to do with Black people, which half of it has to do with money. We want to make change, but changes won't be made without money. You either have to take money from institutions to cause them to change, just like the boycotts did back in Martin Luther King's day, or you got to have enough money to revolutionize and make things so attractive that people want to go with you. And even then, you'll be attacked. So then you're going to have lots of money to defend those and politely bankrupt or take a lot of money from anybody that tries to oppose you. That's the life that I want to set us up for. So next episode, I'll be financially coaching someone. If I cannot get a hold of somebody to financially coach, then it's going to sound crazy, but yeah, then I will utilize the tools that are out there. I will basically go through a conversation with myself and use basically some voice software to mimic someone else. So you get the premise, because it makes no sense for me to just come on here and tell you things, which I will do that, but that's not how people learn a lot of times nowadays. You tell people to do something, 95% of the time they're not going to do it unless they're shown how to do it step by step, make it easy for them, because our time is valuable and we don't want to waste time. And then in addition, by having conversations, you'll be able to see other people learn, and that will motivate you to want to learn and do things. This is not just going to be a podcast just for your information. Every episode will have call to action. I expect everybody to take action on these things, because only then are you going to set yourself for success and revolutionize the next generation of black men and military veterans and active duty members and fathers and sons. Can't wait. It's going to be an exciting venture. God bless everyone.